I just gotta get from this side of the bay to that side of the bay. So I made it to DC, and these bitches have me salty because that train ride was not cute. And I could go off about Amtrak right now, like, ain't about it. But let's say to go off about the guy I was sitting next to on the train, because A, he got fucking plastered drunk and was passed out in my seat when I came back from the cafe, like laying across in my seat. So I'm like, what do I do? He had like my fold down table like folded down, piled full of trash, and was asleep in both seats. And I'm like, well bitch, you're getting woken up. So I had to wake him up to get him to move. That's my morning. I'm in DC now, so I'm gonna go and explore. So destination 1 was the Capitol building because it just happened to be down the street, like, to be honest. And also I'm gonna take it over on Pokemon Go because that was like a goal of mine, was to be taking over all the locations in DC on Pokemon Go, because why not? And like I inconveniently, I got a skateboard from Bella. So I mean, I could teach myself how to skateboard theoretically, but I'm not going to because I used to do it, but I could only go on a flat surface. This is pretty hilly, to be honest. So, yeah. On to stop number 2. So I think I'm gonna actually do a tour of the Capitol building because the guy that was talking to a security guard and said it was free. So I'm gonna see how that goes over. So I'm 86ing the idea of the tour of the Capitol building because they said it wasn't going to be a full tour, it was like partial, because the rotunda part, like the middle part of the Capitol building, is shut down right now. So it's like, if I don't get to go in that part, what's the point? Because when I envision a tour of it, that's like the one part I think about. So we're gonna keep walking and go somewhere else. So I came to Starbucks. I'm gonna hang out here for a while because my stuff's heavy. So yeah, and I'm gonna go to the White House and Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument and the Jefferson Memorial. So I walked about halfway down the mall in DC. I just left Starbucks and I walked about halfway. I'm going now to go and see the Washington Monument, the White House, the Lincoln Memorial, and the Jefferson Memorial. And I go to the museums, at least one. Everybody keeps telling me to go to the Holocaust Museum, so that'll probably be the one I go to for sure. But yeah, been a lot of walking so far. I've been collecting Pokestops as I walk, so winning. So I kind of got thrown into a tour of this Napoleon Castle. So here. So that was a cute, like, 15-minute tour. It was really short. They have like really cool stuff in here. They have like these really nice old chairs. Like #throne. So outside the castle, there's like a really nice garden. And apparently like this was the first like national zoo before it became like the garden. So maybe now I'll actually go and do the Washington Monument and the Lincoln and Jefferson Memorial and the White House. I don't know. I get distracted easy, but I gotta say that's why you travel alone. So when you get distracted, you're doing what you want and there's nobody else to be bothered by it. So there's this really nice building next to me and I'm almost to the Washington Monument. It's like right there. And I just want to say, like, it's really funny being here because there's like 2 things that made me really want to come to DC. One was Real World DC because that was my favorite season of the Real World because Mike, like, oh my god, Mike. And number 2 is Fallout 3 because Fallout 3 is set in DC. So it's like really cool to be here because like I've been in these places in video games but not in real life. Like it's like a surreal thing. I also want to see if I can go in the Washington Monument because I know in like Fallout 3 you can't, but I don't know if that's a real thing or not. I also want to say how upsetting it is because I've hatched 3 eggs in Pokemon Go today. And one was a Rattata, one was a Pidgey, and one was a Caterpie. They're better than this. So I made it to the Washington Monument after like an hour-long trek and getting distracted like 18 times, but whatever, it's travel, right? So let's see how much it costs to go inside, or if you even can. So I don't know. It's pretty cool because I'm from the north side of the monument of Washington Monument. You can see the White House over there, the Capitol over there, and the Lincoln Memorial over there. So it's a pretty good view. If only I could go up. I asked them about tickets, but they said I had to go wait in line somewhere else that wasn't here, so we'll go check. So, like, two things. The tickets for the Washington Monument are free. And you have to get here early because they give them away like by times. And all the times until like 5 were gone. But the perks of being a solo traveler, they had one ticket left for 11, which is in 30 minutes. So I got that ticket. And another thing, I have my skateboard like attached to my bag, and it makes me like probably like half a foot bigger on each side. So I just keep running into people with it and into things with it. And every time I go through a door, I have to remember to turn sideways. So the former Disney cast member of me keeps making me want to offer to take people's pictures. And I swear every time I offer, they look at me like I'm crazy 80% of the time. And it's funny because like when I'm sitting here talking to my camera, nobody like even thinks to look twice. But when I do something nice and offer to like take a picture for you, you're like, you're gonna steal my phone? I'm like, no. And the real struggle is just having filled up my 32 gigabyte memory card. Good thing I have like 3 spares. I made it to the top of Washington Monument. Out the window. See the White House. So then this is the east view. See the Capitol building like way out there. So this is the southern view. Jefferson Memorial. Then we have the west view. You can see the reflecting pool and the Lincoln Memorial. So I'm all done at the Washington Monument. I don't know what's next. It's pretty cool up here, good views. Pretty long lines to look out the window though. Like I'm not about that. So I'm out of the Washington Monument. The tour was pretty good. I was actually surprised when I came down because they had like extra little emblems that you can see through the elevator on the way back down. So that was pretty interesting. They have like all kinds of engravings. They have one for like every state on the inside of the monument. So I didn't realize that was there. Now I'm gonna go to the Holocaust Museum and see if I can get in there. Even though I didn't do a reservation. I looked online and there was like $1 to do one, but I had to print out my ticket online. So I'm like, I'll just go inside because they had 54 spots. So we'll see if they can just let me in person rather than actually have to do it online. The Holocaust Museum. Gonna see if we can get in. So the security of the Holocaust Museum said I couldn't bring a skateboard in, so that was kind of not happening. So I'm gonna go and see the Lincoln Memorial right now instead because whatever. And then maybe I'll go back to the Holocaust Museum after 3 because I can check into my hostel at 3. So I can leave my stuff there and then come back and do the stuff that I can't right now. So I actually changed my mind. I'm gonna go to the Jefferson Memorial first. And it's actually really funny because when I was walking this way, some lady's like stopping me and asking me for directions because I guess she thinks I know where I'm going. And I mean, I did for her because she's like, where's the Holocaust Museum? I'm like, I was just there. So I directed her there. My great sense of direction. Probably my best trait, to be honest. There's the Jefferson Memorial. I just gotta get from this side of the bay to that side of the bay. Got a nice brisk walk and we made it to the other side. It's Jefferson Memorial. Let's go see what's inside. So I'm at the Jefferson Memorial. And I'm gonna hang out here for a bit and then I'm gonna go to the Lincoln Memorial. So lots of walking still to do. I have really good like calves, let's be honest. I ran into a monument for Eleanor Roosevelt and it's this really great fountain. Like I want something this nice. Like when I die, don't even bother burying me. Just like feed me to the wolves or plant me as a tree and then build me this. So the Eleanor Roosevelt Memorial is actually a Pokemon hotspot right now, so I'm gonna stay here for a bit. So I took a good like 50-minute Pokemon hunt detour. So back on track. I'm headed to the Lincoln Memorial. Then I'm gonna go to the White House, and then I'm gonna go to my hostel to check in because there should be about 3 by the time I do that. So then I'll probably hang out there for a bit, cool down. If I have Wi-Fi, probably find out what my next move is. So that's the plan as of yet. So I made it to the Lincoln Memorial, and I don't know why, but it seems like this is the busiest one I've seen all day. So I don't know if people just really like Lincoln, or they like the reflecting pond thing, or what, but I don't know. Maybe people just like slept in all day and didn't come out until now. But I'm gonna go up there and see Lincoln, see good old Abe. Here we go. I saw good old Abe, so time to skedaddle. Let's go find Obama, to be honest. I'm going to the White House now. Just a little walk. So I made it to the White House. Yes. So I left the White House and I'm headed to my hostel because it's hot and I'm gonna use to get a nap. So I was dying on my walk to my hostel, so I came to Starbucks to cool off and get a drink. And Starbucks number 2 of the day, can we talk?